going to play again the DCD headquarters. It's been a while that I broadcast or stream my gameplay. Life has been busy, but now I get a little bit of chance to take a little breath and a breathing room so I can play Division again. As you know, I've been playing DCD headquarters in many difficulty levels, and mostly for challenging and also heroic, and also for time trials as well. So why are we here again? So it turns out that well, I realized that I haven't played any or streamed any Invader Missions in my video channel. So if you wonder what Invader Missions are, basically once you finish the standard gameplay, the story, a little bit of spoiler here, then all of a sudden there is this new kind of enemy called the Black Tusk is going to come into play. And every week I believe that the map is going to update, will pick 3 missions kind of randomly, and then they will change it into this thing called Invader Mission. So it will be the same map, but the routes will be slightly different, and you will be fighting enemies that are not normally there. Mostly you're going to fight the Black Tusk. They have some, techno stuff and stuff like that. You'll see, just a bit. So I realized that, like now that we are waiting for the new content coming out from Ubisoft, which probably will be next year in the February. So meantime, maybe I should play a few Invader missions so you can see what's the difference and how I will approach the game. And that's basically is what I'm planning to do in next few videos. Anyway, so the gear set that I've been using is pretty much the same. What I did change is I changed back to this Baker's Dozen, which I really like, and I just changed back to this rifle. And the assault rifle, I've been playing and having a lot of fun with the test subject. The reason why is that it has these perfectly in sync talents, which increases the weapon damage along with the skill damage once both of them are kind of in effect. So once you see this little icon or badge thing, so just below my ammo and stuff, you see that little shield thing going on, all turning orange. Once you see those gear things showing up, that's where the increased damage and the increased weapon damage, skill damage and weapon damage comes into play. So that is what I have. The other parts of the gear set is pretty much what I've been doing for the so-called Iron Horse raid build. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to play any raid recently, so which is something I might be hoping to be able to do over the holidays. Anyway, but that's the best I can do. I basically maxed out everything I have. I have the Proficient 2 pieces of Providence so that I can get the 10% crit hit. Everything is maxed out mostly to aim at increasing the critical hit damage as much as possible with the critical hit chance here and there. So I have the other set of Providence here as my chest piece. I have Unbreakable to make it a little bit more resilient, a little bit on the defense side, because everything I have is red, so it's very offensive. We have again crit hit damage and crit chance. This is good because it increases the damage dealt by the assault rifle. For the knee pads, I have the this named Fox Prayer brand Overlord. What it allows me to do is it has a really good rifle damage, and it has the damage to out of target cover a little bit better than a regular piece of knee pad. For the gloves, I am using the Gruppo Sambra SA brand, which allows me to increase the crit damage for another 15%. Along with the attribute that is bumping up by 12%. I think I'm in a pretty good shape. Lastly, for the backpack, I use the Memento. It's not really recommended by the more expert player, because they say, well, why don't you just get the advantage of the 3 pieces to get the other 15% of crit damage, and you might even be able to bump it up with the gear set and whatnot. But I do want to play a little bit safe, so this Memento allows me to have a little of defense. There's some armor on Q for the attribute or the gear that I have. And it increases one skill tier, which is going to be useful when I'm using any kind of skill set. The talent, which is also quite useful, because when you pick up stuff, as you will see later on, and I explained earlier, you're actually increasing your all of your ratings, like your weapon damage, your armor, your bonus armor, your skill efficiency. So it's actually a very useful all-around backpack. So I highly recommend, if you want to choose one all-rounded exotic gear to put on, this will be it. Anyway, so that's enough for explanation. Let's do this. So here I'm not aiming to do it as fast as possible to get any time advantage, but I still want to finish it in a good time, so won't be dwelling for too long. As you can see, the Black Tusk is a little bit more stronger, even though I'm just in a challenging mode, and they have different spawning locations as well. As you can see, you also have the machine gun like right in the front, which was not present in the normal gameplay. So even from the beginning, you can see that there's a little bit of like difference in terms of gameplay, in terms of like spawning point and the enemy difficulties and whatnot that you are having. So you see those little things that I picked up. So those are the things that will increase the attributes on my Memento backpack. So normally you have to go upstairs to turn on a or grab a laptop, but here we don't have that. So that's some other changes for the Invader mission. So a little bit more about the Invader mission. So what happens is that you have, as I said, you have 3 missions that turns into Invader missions every week. And when you finish those 3 missions, you unlock a bigger mission that is also Invader, but you can only play that mission once you finish those these 3 Invader missions. So it's kind of like they force you to play a few more in order to do that. Whether you get something extra from that, I don't really know. So it's like, okay, well, there is this Invader mission, you have to unlock this particular location in order to be able to play them. So there's a tank here, as you can see. So this is one of the tank stuff that you have. Mini tank. And also the war dogs. So they're pretty annoying, but what I learned is that you have to shoot their back. So at their back, there is actually kind of like a battery pack or something, and that's actually their weak point. So if you can somehow distract them or go around them, then you will be able to finish them much quicker. There are also other weak points. If you see their joints are red in color. If you shoot their red, those joints, you will immobilize them for a little bit of time, which is also quite useful because you do want them to be kind of like stuck. All right. In some of the missions in the invaded version, or I call it invaded version, but just invaded missions, you will actually see some other doors that used to be closed in the regular missions, and it becomes open. So that changes the route you take a little bit. I mean, the building is going to be the same, but the story is slightly different, and the place that you are supposed to be is also slightly different. The bosses you are going to fight is also going to be different. So it's actually not too bad, but I mean, once you play it a few more times, you kind of like know what's going on. So it's just a little bit of added difficulty and whatnot. So I can see some of you are joining, so welcome to my gameplay. So as I explained earlier, what I try to do in these few videos, or intend to do, is I want to play the Invader missions of Division. And what Invader missions are basically a repetition of the regular missions, but they replace them with a different kind of enemies called Black Tusks. And they are slightly more tougher, I would say. They have more stuff to see. That back is their weak point. And the building that you are going to be in, or the areas, are going to be roughly the same as the regular missions. But what happens is that you are going to, as I said, play against different enemies. There's a slightly different story behind, and the routes usually will be slightly different. I mean, it's going to be, you go to the open area and fight a boss and whatnot. The boss is also going to be different. So I figured that, you know what, I've been playing enough regular missions, time trials, heroic and whatnot. So maybe it's time to complete the whole thing by playing the Invader mission as well. Now, the reason why I run into the back of this dumpster is because I just want to show you in the regular version of this mission, there's actually an item box over here. Here, like in this Invader mode, they just get rid of it. Why? I don't really know. Like, it's just a regular item box. It doesn't change the story. It doesn't do anything in particular. So I don't know. Another difference you can tell is you see these little kind of like glowing surfaces. They used to be yellow in color like a top. But when you are playing a Black Tusk or Invader Mission, they change it all into this like glowing tacky stuff. So essentially they're doing the same thing. It tells you that you can climb, but that's it. Like it's just, I think it's just a skinning of stuff. So it doesn't really do much. There's a sniper on the right hand side. There's also a sniper war dog on the left hand side. So speaking of war dogs, there are actually let me see, 1, 2, maybe 3 kinds of war dogs. So what you see here is the first kind, which is
agent requesting backup.
Which has the it basically is a sniper war dog. So it has a sniper rifle and it can kill you in 2 shots or whatnot. The more elite war dogs, they also have the elite, which has a yellow health bar. They actually can shoot like 3 times in a row. But the less higher ranking, I would say, the purple ones or the red ones, they can at most shoot 1 round, and then they have to reload and stuff like that. I actually have this too. Let's just grab a little bit of this as well. Special ammo. The other kind of the war dogs, basically they have the they have a machine gun on top. So this one sets up the fire or let them bleed. So the other kind of war dog is that they have a machine gun on top. So they run around, shoot you with a machine gun. It's annoying because it's more rapid in terms of fire. So you kind of have to run around so that you don't get like shot multiple times. But that's okay. I mean, that's just a running machine that has a machine gun. The worst kind of the war dog is, you don't see that often, but they exist. They have kind of like really I wouldn't use the word amazing. They have a really strong and much better version of a machine gun, and then at some point they will charge, and then once they charge, they will do a 360, and those 360 rounds can kill you in like 2 shots and stuff like that. So I've only seen them a few times, and I know that as a fact, it's one of the bosses that you're going to fight if you are playing the raid. So that is like, you gotta be very careful fighting them, because they can just like finish you quite quickly. Anyhow, so that's we won't see them here, so that's all good. But if once in a blue moon they do appear, you know what's happening. So that's strong to fight this guy. I think the best is just like to finish whatever drones they call out, because they can get a little bit annoying. Right, so that's that. So you see that those little gear things, the orange part, that is what I meant by the talents that I have with the test subject assault rifle. know what? There's actually another thing I can do. I can have my special ammo. Oh, look at this. Back. This. Oops. That's very good. Right. So you see that like normally there's the yellow tab now that this blinky warning kind of like thing that indicates that it's a Black Tusk or invaded mission mode, I would say. Right. So another thing I want to show you is you see this door. So when you are playing the normal version, or the regular mission, this door is closed. There's a lock over here. You have to shoot the lock, but inside you will be able to find like a kind of like a weapon. I think a weapon cache over here. But now they stop having that. They replace it with like no lock but with a grenade. And in a normal version, you're going to be turning on laptop over here, and then you need to wait for like about 30 seconds while enemies are coming in. You gotta clear them out and whatnot. So this also has disappeared. But the route is actually in this mission is actually not quite that different. Alright, so let's see how we're doing with ammo. You know what? Let's do this. Of course, like once you go outside, that is also the final area for this mission. But the things that you're going to do is again very different. So here you're going to destroy the helicopters. So the best, you can actually shoot the helicopters, shoot the propeller and stuff, but you can also shoot these guys to make it a little bit faster. You can see that in one single round, so in one single clip, I'm basically done. So if you are quick enough, you don't need don't really need to care about the drone, because once the person who starts the drone is finished, then the drone will lose control, and that is also a quick way to not get bothered by the drone. But again, of course, you can shoot the drone as well. It's up to you. Alright, so let's see what happens. So there's this. Use my trusty. It's done. Baker's dozen rifle with the 10% increase in damage from the Fox Prayer D-pad, named D-pad. Is this some guy on top maybe? Yeah, there we go. That's right next to me. Let's see what they have. I'm not very useful. Cool. What is this? Done. Right, so basically we'll clear out the area, but for Black Tusk you need to grab a key or something over here, some sort of info, along with other loots, but those are not very useful, mostly because I'm just playing challenging. You can't destroy a loot like a key. That's how you finish this. Alright, so
black eye for Black Tusk. It's a good thing they're cleared out of that compound.
Black eye for Black Tusk. Funny. So one thing I want to show you is that I started this mission with the level SHD level 1253, and as you can see, it doesn't really increase a level at all. Like I'm nowhere close to getting one more level, so it's actually not that great. I mean, like if you can also argue that way. Hold on, DCD headquarters is an earlier mission. You don't really get a lot of experience from that. But in terms of like gaining experience, leveling up, even though with the Black Tusk, you don't really get a lot of the XPs from the mission. But anyway, so this is a quick run for the Invader mission for the DCD headquarters. I'm going to do a few more runs with the Invader mission. In fact, I believe that you can change the mission mode into Invader mission. So mission. Let me try. See if that's the case. So this one is not Invader mission. So one thing you can do is you can long hold a triangle button if you're using PS4. Then you can change the difficulty. You can change the directive. I don't think you can change the invader or not. But the other way, the other part is the reverse is actually true. So if I try to find another invader mission, let's say this guy, right, Camry Oak. I can actually long press. You can toggle mission mode by pressing triangle again. So you can play a mission. So now let me try it again. Now the reason why you will want to know about this is so you can't change it back. The reason why you will want to do this is sometimes you don't want the invader mission. Sometimes you want to play as a normal mission. Maybe you want to collect some kind of loot. Maybe there is another project you need to do, and you need to do that over there. And invader mission doesn't actually count towards playing that mission. So unless you finish one time and then you play it again, then once you finish it, you can see that now the map, it doesn't show as invader mission. So you can play it back by the regular one. But maybe you don't want to play through it, you want to go straight into the the regular mission. You can actually switch the mission mode right away. So a little trick that I learned, and maybe that will save some time. But if you're just trying to get some gain some experience, it doesn't really matter. Just play two more times or one more time, and that will be it. So anyway, so that's a quick video on Invader Missions. As I said, I will try to create more videos on me going through Invader Missions to see how the regular missions is changed in terms of fighting, boss fight, in terms of enemies fought, in terms of route, in terms of storyline. But again, I have to wait for the map to refresh. So at most, I can do 3 Invader missions per week, and then maybe I can unlock the. I can do a video of unlocking they call them stronghold. So let me show you. So I have unlocked this guy, so you don't see that. There's another mission. So let's say this is what we call a stronghold. You can see that it is called restricted, so you can't play it yet. You have to finish some requirements. In this case, you have to finish Camp White Oak, and actually also the DCD headquarters. So since I've just finished that, so it's kind of like unlocked. So you can see that there's another stronghold. Another stronghold is kind of like linked to Manning National Zoo. It's kind of like a chain reaction. So you can see that, like, okay, if I really want to play Tidal Basin, I need to first finish Manning National Zoo. But if I want to finish Manning National Zoo, I have to first finish Camp White Oak, and of course DCD. But I've done that, so you don't see that over here. So it's kind of like a way division, like kind of make you want to play a few missions here and there, and yeah, so that's Invader Missions. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy watching me playing this game as much as I still enjoy playing this game. I hope that Ubisoft really create some new contents and a few new missions, or maybe in the meantime, that will be great. I'm not sure, like February is the time, but that's what they say. So anyway, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye.